We are back, and before Stephen A. joins the conversation, a note from the National Football League. Happy birthday, Cam Newton, who turned 30 over the weekend. Now, he missed the last 2 games of the regular season this past year with a shoulder injury. And late last week, he was asked about his birthday, and here's what he said. He said, "One thing I'm not changing. I think I'm too old to change, but I can get better. That's one thing I can do." And I like that word, better. Now, it's interesting because a lot of people think in order for him to get better, he will have to change. In order for him to keep playing, he'll have to change. And here's the reason why. Since he came in the league, Cam has been sacked or hit while throwing or rushing over 1,300 times. No quarterback has had even 1,000 hits during that time. And so let me bring in our quarterback here to have this conversation. I'm a huge Cam Newton fan going back to his days in college. I thought he would be a great NFL player. I think he has been a very good NFL player. But the reality is, guys, I don't care how big and strong you are. You keep getting hit like that, how long can it go on?
Not as long as if you're not taking those hits. Everyone's natural inclination is to go like, yeah, Cam has to change the way he plays. I totally disagree. Cam has to continue to be Cam. This is what made him the MVP. Asking Cam not to run around or be the weapon that he is running the football or be the physical player he is changes him as a player. You know, we're in the middle of the draft for the NBA and whatnot. Like, imagine telling Zion, you can be the player you are, you just can't go to the rim. That takes away his greatness. Or telling Steph Curry, you can do all you want, you can't shoot threes. That takes away the player that you are. So telling Cam, hey, you need to run around last or, third down, like, don't take that hit. That's going to change the player that he is. Do you want Cam just to
I get that,
hang
but
out
let
in
me
the
play
pocket
devil's
and throw?
advocate that he would hardly be the first player ever that, as they've gotten older, has been asked to adjust their game. You go like a pitcher who loses a few miles an hour off his fastball, but learns how to get you out other ways. That's what older players have to do in all sports.
I will agree with that, but the thing is, we hadn't really seen a Cam Newton until Cam Newton came along. Yes, we've had other quarterbacks. Like, I remember Peyton Manning, we always used to laugh about it, or Eli does it too. Like, when pressure would come, they would just drop to both knees and do like the fetal position. They learned to not take those hits. But Cam, we had never seen a Cam before, really. A guy that was both the thrower and the passer. To ask him at 30 years old to take away that aggression, to take away that competitiveness, because the truth is, Cam, to just sit back in the pocket as a thrower is not a great player. It's not a special player. What makes him great is that throwing.
I get it, but maybe they could call just a few less runs. It's one thing for him to take off and run if things break down on third down. Maybe just call a few less running plays for him.
Certainly strategic, maybe third downs or red zones or whatnot, but you have to make sure you let him be him. And also understand, one, it is going to minimize his playing time or is the longevity of his career. And that's also why they ended up drafting Will Grier this year out of West Virginia, who's a local kid that you have to start planning because you know that career might be 14 years instead of 16 or 17.
You're right. Look, 30 is young by NFL quarterback standards, but maybe not in his case. All right, Dan, thank you. SportsCenter 6 Eastern after PTI tonight with Sage and Kevin. They will tell you why Portland can upset the Warriors tonight in Game 1, how Zion impacts the NBA Draft Lottery Top 10, and interviews with John Morant and RJ Barrett. All that and more, SportsCenter tonight after PTI on ESPN. Okay, I want to make sure everyone is aware that this is the first year of a new draft lottery system. In previous years, the team with the worst record had a 25% chance to get the number 1 pick. Now the 3 teams with the worst records, which are the Knicks, Cavs, and Suns, each have the same chance, and it's only 14% to get the number 1 pick. The Knicks haven't selected number 1 overall since Patrick Ewing in 1985. I'm a little nervous because Stephen A. is just staring at me.
Why do you start off I appear on the show, you got to bring up all of this bad news, man. You do this stuff. Sometimes, Greeny, I think you just be setting me up just to get me upset. I was in a very, very good mood.
And then?
Until you started reading all of this stuff. And oh, by the way, the guy sitting next to you is also a source of my bad news. Do you know why?
Why?
Because with all of this stuff that they're talking about with Kyrie potentially leaving Boston, well, if Kyrie leaving Boston, who you think they're going to keep? And who you think the Knicks ain't going to get? It would be him. This is not a very good morning for me. This is not a very good morning for me. I'm very upset already.
Now, anyone who knows Stephen A., which basically means everyone who watches sports or lives on planet Earth, is aware of your love for the New York Knicks. And like all New York Knicks fans, you are long-suffering.
Very long-suffering.
Give me a sense of tonight. What do we got going for the Zion for these ping pong balls?
I went to church. I prayed. Because that's really all I have going for me right now. The New York Knicks 14% chance is matched by Cleveland and Phoenix. What's the chance of the New York Knicks getting any luck? Chicago's right behind them at 12.5%. I mean, for crying out loud, somebody way deeper, maybe Sacramento, somebody is going to end up having a situation where they leapfrog into the top 3 spots. With the Knicks luck, I've got to sit here and hope and pray that all of these things. Think about this. We love basketball.
Yeah.
Basketball players, a guy that covers basketball for a quarter century, love this game. I have to sit here. I can't even talk basketball. It's all about prayer. I got to pray Kevin Durant's coming. I got to pray Kyrie's coming. I got to pray that ping pong balls end up falling in the Knicks' favor, okay, with Patrick Ewing sitting up on the podium. Excuse me, I wanted Pat to deliver a championship. Now he couldn't do that. Now I got to pray for the ping pong ball. So when he was playing, he couldn't deliver me no disrespect, because I love me some Patrick Ewing. But when he was playing, I had to pray that he was going to deliver a championship on the court. Now I got to pray he going to deliver me ping pong ball. What's the chances? This is not a very good morning for me right now. It just isn't.
The chances are exactly 14%. Now, DJ,
you say that with a smile on your face, Greeny. You really do.
He was all excited to talk to you this morning. DJ, what is it you wanted to talk to Stephen A. about?
Stephen A., listen, baby. I'm telling you right now, your Knicks are going to get the first pick tonight.
Let me tell you why I can't listen to him. Okay? Let me tell you why I can't listen to him, Terry. This is the dude that said Orlando's going to beat Toronto. Right here on this show. He said that. And I went like this. What evidence do you have to make that statement? They got young, nice talent. Duh.
They had more than nice talent. They had the position players to go out there and get it done, but they didn't. But that's just like a coach when you put a game plan together. Terry, you know this, right? The coach gives you a game plan, and the players have to go out and execute.
I understand that every time it doesn't execute. We get it.
All right, then. So
we get all
my
listen,
pick didn't execute.
Brad Stevens is a hell of a coach. They didn't execute a lot in Boston. Just call it what it is. Seasons are. Okay? Here's the deal. We know he's a good coach, but he lost in the conference semifinals. He didn't lose in the first round. You had Orlando knocking out Kawhi Leonard in the first round. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you?
I made a bad pick.
Okay.
I made a bad pick.
I forgive you.
Are you all right over here? You were sort of collateral damage there. My apologies on that one.
It's my brother here, but he ain't going to end up with the Knicks.
Why are you telling him the Knicks are going to get? Why do you believe the Knicks are going to get Zion? What gives you that confidence?
I just feel good about it. I feel good about it.
That touches my heart. That Damon Jones feels good about it.
The Big Apple needs Zion. I feel it in my bones, in my soul.
How about this? Bounce off him the other idea you had this morning. If the ping pong ball somehow fall the Lakers' way, what are they going to do?
I'm trading the number 1 pick.
For who?
Anthony Davis.
What do you think?
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Because, see, even though Zion is going to be box office for everybody, they don't need him to be box office in L.A. They're about championships. See, Knicks need everything. Knicks need an equipment manager. Knicks need a masseuse. Knicks need somebody to give them a pedicure. They need everything, okay? The Lakers just need to compete for a championship. I don't know if Zion does that for you immediately, so as a result, I'm not throwing shade on that by Damon Jones. Usually his positivity, I don't mean a damn thing to me because he's positive about everything. But in this case, it works.
I got my Knicks blue on too.
Could I try to ask, sort of a serious question, which is that whatever team gets the first pick is going to draft Zion for all of the external reasons. He's going to bring so much excitement and enthusiasm. How many teams in the league do you think the coaching staff would actually rather have one of the other players?
Zion compared to who?
To R.J. Barrett, to Ja Morant, to something like that don't believe he's actually going to be the
zero.
They all believe in him. They all believe he's a great player.
First of all, let me say this, because they're kids. They're not pros yet.
Right.
I want them to get paid. I want them to make their money. I got a little philosophy with me, Greeny. I don't like really getting on you until you get paid.
Sure.
Then, all right, you're insulated. Until then, I don't want to mess with your money, even though I'm going to call it like I see it. I'm not sold on R.J. Barrett and Cam Reddish. I know R.J. Barrett is worth the number 3 overall pick. I'm not questioning that. but I would like to see him use his right hand more. I would like to see that jump shot be a bit more consistent as opposed to being a set shot. And there were times, even though the numbers were there were moments that he just wasn't there. So I look at him, guys, and I'm going like this. Good NBA player, will get some numbers for you, but I'm waiting to see if that's a star. In the case of Cam Reddish, you know what my big problem with him? He looks the part. Nice, tall, athletic dude that could shoot. Inconsistent shot, and they're questioning your motor. You guys know this better than me. If they questioning your motor when you play 35 games a year, what the hell are you going to do when you making millions to play 82 games a year? If you couldn't come ready for 35 to 37 college basketball games, when the only thing you got going after that is class or life on campus, and I can't depend on you at that time, what am I going to do with you when you get millions and you're playing 82 games and you got more free time? Cam Reddish, prospect potential, phenomenal. But what I saw at Duke last year, I was incredibly disappointed.
I have to let you go because 6 minutes from First Take. Very quickly, please tell me we'll be able to see you tonight when these ping pong balls are announced. Will you be on Facebook Live, something, IG Live? I need to see you.
My people want me on social media.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure ESPN's going to want me on TV. I just don't know what kind of condition I'm going to be in if the New York Knicks don't get a top 2 pick tonight. I don't know what kind of mood I'm going to be in. And don't get me started with how I'm going to be tomorrow.